I have never done a video on my wife's car. I've had several people ask me about this car, and the past, I'd say roughly 3.5 years, maybe 4 years. Sadly, I've neglected this car really bad, but I've been so focused on restoring mine and a few other things that I'm going to start giving this one some attention and get it back up to where it should be. But anyway, this is her car. It's an original paint car. It's got lots of flaws, lots of, well, they like to call it patina now. I'm not so sure I like that word, but, great big dent in the door there. And, there's a dent in the fender here. There's lots of dings and flaws in the paint. You can see the paint's even getting thin in areas, but it's an original paint car. The trunk, you can see a lot of areas where the paint's getting thin in the trunk. It's dusty as all get out. Again, I've kind of neglected a little bit. The interior, it's all the original interior. Nothing's ever been replaced. The seat's got a little bit of a tear there. Like my car, it's got a few little checks in the vinyl in the driver's seat, but the back seat, it's perfect. The passenger seat's perfect. The carpet's really not faded bad. Not faded bad at all. The floor mat's faded some. Actually, this car did not have floor mats. I found a car with red interior that had the floor mats. I put these in this car from that one. They're faded pretty bad, but they're original and they're red, so I figured I'd put them in. Yeah, hers is an automatic car. The armrest bases, the chrome was faded really bad on them. So I sent these to a buddy up in Michigan, and he redoes 66 to 67 Cutlass and 442 dashes. So he has somebody he has do the plastic chroming. So I sent those to him, and he had those bases re-chromed. But the headliner's perfect, and even this one has the original dome light lens where I had to replace it in mine. I thought about robbing this one to put in my car, but I don't think Melissa would have liked that very well. And that's a part there, if anybody knows how to 3D print. That's a tough part to find. That's not broken. But it's original door rubbers, just like my car. Even after I restored mine, I reused the original rubbers. I think mine are a little bit better than this car as far as the door rubbers, but these aren't terrible. Oops. Oh, forgot the key. This car has the 13-inch wheels, where mine has the 15s. These spears are beat up really bad on this car. I've got a really good set that I'm going to eventually put on here. I can't see in here very well, but it don't have the original spare in this car. It's a bias ply, but it's not the original. But I really wanted to put the original floor mat out of this trunk in my car too, but again, I wasn't going to do that. Oop. When we bought this car, the turbo did not work, so this was the first one we found, the first Jetfire, our first experience with these cars. But The turbo didn't work. It had been replaced and had a silver one put on it. Had a date of a 1963 for the turbo, so I know the turbo had been replaced. Possibly even under warranty back in the day. It's hard telling. But I rebuilt the engine, the transmission. Jim Knoll rebuilt, well, the first turbo system for it. This system here, well, he built this turbo itself, and then I built this carburetor setup. I've done a lot of modifications to this carburetor setup and tried some different things. It actually worked and made it quite a bit quicker. Eliminated some of the safeties, got rid of the secondary butterfly for the boost limit control valve. Flowed enough more air after I was done that I had to play with the jets, and there's jets not available. So what I ended up doing on this car is I just took the power piston needle out of it to get it enough fuel. But it definitely increased in performance. But I'm going to build a new carburetor for it here before long. And I'm going to make it back like it's supposed to be original. Now this car's also got the power brakes. That's the vacuum reservoir for the power brakes. And it runs along the back. And the booster is actually under the dash on these cars for the power brakes. I don't know if I'll be able to... yeah, I'll grab a flashlight. That's actually the brake booster for power brake cars. It's a pretty complicated system. And that's something that I still need to do. I think that booster might need rebuilt because I almost think these power brakes are stiffer than my manual brakes on my car. One thing people have asked me on my car does not have a mirror here. My car was ordered without one, and her car did have one. But the other side of my car, it's a lot better than the driver's side, but a lot less dings and dents. And those Jetfire emblems, boy, they're just some of the best emblems of any car ever, I think. But anyway, I'll get started on this car. I've got her fluid tank out of it right now, and I got a lot of little things I'm going to do to it. It's got an antifreeze leak. Like I say, I've neglected this car, and it's time to get it back on the road, and she's looking forward to getting groceries in it. She loves taking it to get groceries. But anyway, till next time.